Okay, so we are on record. Good evening and welcome to the special meeting of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Board of Adjustment. It is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026, and it is 7 p.m. Announcement is made that adequate notice of this meeting has been given and that it is being conducted in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6 at sec of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call, Mr. Berkowitz.
Here.
Mr. Jaskowitz.
Here.
Mr. Mazzarella.
Present.
Mr. Modi.
Present.
Mr. Reddy.
Present.
Chairwoman Grignani.
Present.
We also have our board planner, Mr. Chadwick.
Present.
Our board engineer, Mr. Lamanowitz.
Here.
And our board attorney, Mr. Johnson.
Here.
Would you please join us and stand in saying this Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak of anything other than is on our agenda this evening? I see. Nora?
We have correspondence received from Michael Gettu, 11 Warrior Way, block 626, lot 10.05, requesting application 25:56 be carried from March 4th, 2026 to April 22nd, 2026 at 7:30 p.m. without further notice and with all required extensions through April 30th, 2026.
What date is that?
It's being carried to April 22nd.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We can move into the agenda.
Agenda 25:36, Padik, 37 Calumet Avenue, Block 533, Lot 7, Zone R4. A C variance to construct/legalize a shed proposed on existing concrete pad, legalize and patio proposed contrary to section 430-10C, shed, side, and rear, section 430-35, column 10, and section 430-35, column 13. This application was carried from the January 7th, 2025 application. 25? 26, maybe. Is this 26 or 25, Nora? 26, okay.
36, 2536.
January.
Oh, January 7th, okay, oh, yeah, 26. Sorry,
Swear
wasn't
or
really
affirm
listening.
that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Can you state your name, please?
Bhavin Gandhi.
You can have a seat. And
My name is Sachin Parik.
you're the owner of the property, right?
Yes.
I understand that there's a shed and a patio and a walkway. The patio and the walkway are already there?
Yeah, they were there pre-existing prior to 2021, as per of the town engineer's letter to the board.
Could you please talk into the microphone, sir?
Yeah, the town, as
Bring it
per the,
closer to you. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
at the property, this is a redeveloped property back in 2020 when they purchased. So prior to their purchase, the property had like 2 sheds, a big deck, and a walkway, driveway, all of the impervious area. Somehow, when the builder did the expansion of the house, like they built like the same footprint, just added a 2nd-story expansion, they didn't get legalize the patio out there. And all they did is like trying to put a shed to put the gardening equipment and the other tools, as well as like legalize the patio. So that's why we are here.
And you're an engineer, correct?
I'm an engineer.
And you're properly licensed as an engineer in the state of New
Yes,
Jersey?
I'm an active PE, New Jersey, New York, as well as a CFM. It's what knows, it's a project manager.
Gotcha. So I think the board has a letter from the town engineer dated February 26, 2026. If I recall correctly, I'm not sure you were here when Mr. Parikh was here the first time, but when he was here the first time, the board got a letter from the township engineer raising some concerns about stormwater runoff.
Yes, we understand that, and that's why we did the Oprah request in the town to receive the old surveys, like existing condition existed before, like we started the work, like, or the house was expanded on the second story. So that was the baseline survey we used to show that, like, when the house was redeveloped, in fact, the actual impervious area was reduced, even with the shade construction as proposed, and all the patio and all existing stuff out there.
Was the patio and the walkway there prior to 2021?
Yes,
Okay,
it was there.
okay.
And
So,
I can provide a survey to the town. We have it in a...
well, you gave it to the township engineer, right?
Yeah, we already did.
Yep, and he
We already
reviewed it.
provided.
Yep,
all
and he
the
reviewed it, right?
Yeah.
So then, I guess the next question would be, you want to also add a shed, right?
Yeah,
So why don't you tell the board why the shed needs to be in that particular location?
so the shed, it's a small lot, like a 4,000 square feet lot, and the width of the lot is such that if we try to follow the requirement, 6 feet, it will come in the middle of the backyard, little backyard they have, like, they have a backyard like about 20 feet by like 40 feet, and shade would come in. And the proposed location of the shade is identical to the location where the shade was before they moved in. So we are like requesting to allow them to put the shade in the same location where historically the shade was, as well as to the corner, so they can have a usable backyard.
Is there any setback from the property boundary?
We don't have,
Setback.
Is there any setback from the property boundary?
There is like about 3 feet.
3 feet?
Yes.
That's the norm that we usually,
Well, according to the chart from Jen, it looks like it's 3 feet from the rear and 1 foot from the side yard.
From side yard, it is 1 foot?
Yeah, it was like exactly at the same location where it used to be. We are putting right
But
in-
you said 3 feet from both sides or only back?
on the back.
how big is the shed?
It's 6 by 8.
6 by 8?
Yeah.
According to Jen's chart, it's 8 by 10. Is it 8 by 10?
It's 8 by 10, okay. It's 8 by 10.
How big is the concrete pad there?
It's the size of the shed, like a 6-inch outside.
Same size?
Yes,
And the slab is there, right?
slab is there.
And we've had no issues with your neighbors having water runoff from there?
Mm.
Did you talk to your neighbors?
Yeah, we already talked.
They're notified also, right, Nora?
Yes.
are there any other questions from our board? Do you have any satisfied with the 3 feet all the way around? How you would move
It's
it?
not gonna be 21, but it's gonna be 8 feet. I think they could probably squeeze it.
So the existing shed is the same size as the new shed?
Yes,
So you're just replacing the shed?
replacing the shed. Like what happened is when they redeveloped the house, like when they add the addition or like the second floor addition, they removed like all the stuff out there. And so they removed the shed and everything.
So when they did the second floor
Yeah,
during that project, they took the shed away?
yes. And we didn't put it until like last year we started.
And that was people that owned the house before,
Yes.
before
They
Mr.
had
Perico.
it. Yeah, they had it. The only reason is like last year due to storm, there was a huge tree on that corner, fell down, and that's why like we started cleaning up the yard in that area.
Is the new shed there already now? Did you
No,
put it in already?
no, we didn't put the shed, it's just a concrete pad.
Sorry, can you do like a,
6 by 8.
knock down the pad, a smaller pad, give them the 3 feet?
I just spoke to Mr. Chadwick, and he feels that with the pad being the size it is, that they can go around and do their maintenance of the area.
That's why we generally use 3 feet as the standard, so they can maintain them.
Gotcha.
Any other questions from the board? No. Would you like to say anything else in regard to this application?
No, just, we are doing it because of the, doing like little aesthetic to the property, as well as they can use their property for better use, and trying to stay compliant with the town.
Is there anyone in the audience that is in favor of this application? I see none. Is there anyone in the audience that is opposed to this application? I see none. Would one of our members like to recommendation for approval, please?
Yeah, I think this is de minimis in nature. It was there before. It shouldn't create a problem. Nobody seems to be objecting. You spoke to your neighbor. The engineer's good with the water situation, so I'll be voting for it. Application 25:36, Shejal and Sachin Parikh, 37 Calumet Avenue, Block 533, Lot 7, Zone R-4. Recommend granting a C variance to construct, legalize a shed proposed on existing concrete pad, legalize, and patio proposed, contrary to section 430-10C, shed side and rear, section 430-35, column 10, and section 430-35, column 13.
Second ready?
Berkowitz,
Yes.
Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Scarella,
Yes.
Modi,
Yes.
Ready,
Yes.
Grignani.
Yes, application's been approved, and you will be notified, and at that time, you may apply for your permits.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Application 25:77, Seagas and White, 19 Hillside Road, Block 120, Lot 16, Zone R3. A C variance to install an air conditioning unit on a concrete pad contrary to section 430-35, column 4.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can have a seat. Please use the microphone and state and spell your last name, please.
Sagas, S-A-G-A-A-S.
And your first name is Ethan, right?
Yes.
So could you tell us what it is that you'd like to do?
I'd like to install an air conditioning unit condenser along that's the side of my house. And the issue was it wasn't 40 feet from the street. It's a new installation, and that's honestly the only feasible place, the best spot for it, and the only place that'll really work out. The way the layout of the property and the pathways and the staircases and things, patio in the back.
Is in the front of the house?
Excuse me?
It's going to be in the front of the house or?
So it's on the side of the house.
Side of the-
Yeah, and it's down behind, there's like a 5-foot-high stone wall, chest high, and it's down behind that, so you won't see it from the street. And there's bush,
The requirement was 40-foot setback?
they said 40-foot setback, yes.
I think it's because it's 40 foot from the front, from the
But this is
hillside
an
road.
This is
Yeah.
an R4
It's an
zone,
R3.
25 feet.
R3.
I went out there with a survey,
okay.
with a tape measure, it's gonna be approximately, roughly 35 feet from the street, 33 to 35 feet from the street, and down behind that 5-foot-high wall. So
Is
no
the
one's gonna see
pre-existing
it.
one?
No, the pad's not existing.
Okay.
And is there a neighbor on that side?
No.
No neighbor.
It's not, the next house is down around the lake, it's probably 400 feet, 500 feet away, the neighbors.
So you're not bothering anybody.
Nope.
No, he's
And
not.
I spoke to all the neighbors, and they all were kind of laughing,
Yeah.
said it was no problem at all, kind of laughing
Yeah,
about it,
so are we,
honestly.
right?
Okay, wonderful.
Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about your application?
No.
Is there anyone in the audience? Any other questions from the board, please?
No.
Is there anyone in the audience that is opposed to this application? Anyone in the audience that approval of this application? I see none. Would someone like to frame a resolution, please? Approval for this application?
Application 25:77, Ethan Sagas, John White, 19 Hillside Road, Block 120, Lot 16, Zone R-3. Recommend granting a C variance to install an air conditioning unit on a concrete pad, contrary to section 430-35, column 4.
Second ready?
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Mazzarella.
Yes.
Bodie.
Yes.
Ready.
Yes.
Grignani.
Yes, application's approved.
Wonderful.
You'll be getting a notice and you can apply for your permit at that
Okay to
time.
go ahead with everything now?
You're fine.
Good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Application 25:61, Randolph Delara, 42 Dakota Avenue, Block 533, Lot 19, Zone R4. A C variance to legalize a front patio/entrance, front walk and stairs, driveway expansions and side landing and stairs contrary to section 430-275X and section 430-35, column 13. This application was carried from January the 7th, 2026. Mr. Delara, good evening.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Can you state your name and spell your last name, please?
Randy Delara, Delara.
Okay, I believe you were here before, correct?
Yes.
So why don't you refresh the board on what happened the last time and why you're coming back?
Oh, so I'm back here because the board had required a memo from the town engineer in regards to the stormwater management. So during that period of time, I went to speak to Paul Nyoff, and they provided a feedback. I have the memo here on my end, so.
That's January 12th?
January 12, 2026, yes.
Yeah, we have it.
Oh, you did, okay.
There is one point with that memo. What is this about March 2021? Was there anything going on?
No, it would, yeah.
The date of March 2021 is when the current stormwater regulations of the township came into play.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I've not seen that on one of these before, but have I missed it? Or is it-
I've seen it before.
Oh, yeah, the last case that had it, but I don't remember seeing it prior to tonight.
Yeah, that's when the township apparently passed their ordinance about non-major site stormwater.
Gotcha.
Are you in compliance with the engineer's report?
Yes, sir.
So I think that takes care of the impervious coverage issue. The only other thing is there's a setback issue for the driveway.
Oh.
So why don't you tell the board why it is that you need to expand the driveway into the setback area? Explain that to them.
Okay, so, forgive me for not explaining it properly because I'm trying to find the words. What I did was took a photo above and it's on the regards to the driveway.
Why don't you just explain why you're widening the driveway?
Oh, okay, so I'm widening the driveway just to make it aesthetically even with the update of the front, what do you call this? The pathway and the front, which we replaced, and it's actually a smaller footprint now. But there's between that section of the patio and the driveway, there is dirt that is this wide, about a foot, and we just needed to just make it even. But at the same time, you know, my kids and my family, we have multiple vehicles. And during the storm, the reason why we just wanted to expand it by 2 feet to the right side and then about a foot on the left side, because we live on the downgrade.
Okay.
And it's just, that way there's no mud or being kicked out. At the same time, the cars will be able to provide a proper parking situation. I spoke to my neighbors about it just to make sure that she is aware about it. She's, you know, there's no issue as far as, again, I also spoke to the engineer about the stormwater issue, about.
That we have a letter.
Yeah, and we looked at it. I mean, I have all the pictures with him, and then we sat down and we actually
Yeah, so he was able to provide me his feedback from a, from a professional perspective and,
This work's already been done, right?
pardon?
This work's already been done?
Just the pathway and the patio, I'm trying to use the right words, the patio area. So it was just an update from, this was the previous one, which was water would collect here during the rainstorm. So we updated that, this was removed, and it's just, this part right here was just added with a little height in there, that way there's no, water pooling in front of the door. And then the path, there was a small path here, which is much aesthetically pleasing. And unfortunately, when I spoke to my contractor, that was the issue. My first question to him was like, are you sure? Do we need a permit from the town about this? Because we just had the home recently revised. I knew all about the permits it needed. So that was the first question that I had. So, I mean, I thought he was professional after, and he said, since you're only updating an existing, you won't need a permit. And that's the mistake that I did. And, we're properly doing this. And to make sure that, we're in compliance with the town. But yeah, as you notice, the current one that we have is way smaller than this. And I believe that's one of the reasons that the engineer had mentioned about the stormwater management. Yeah, so it's actually better. There's more soil and more grass from, which the wife loves, so.
Does that show your front yard, that picture?
This is the front, yeah.
So the
And-
car that's in that picture is a car that's in your driveway, right?
Yes, that's my car. So this part right here, it's just going to be straight with the edge of the street. We're not expanding the driver any further. It's just a weird section, so it's kind of like this. It's almost like this, so we're just gonna make it straight, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So, let's see.
So you're widening the driveway so you are able to use it for more cars, correct?
Yeah, well, not widening, I mean, I don't know if you want to call it widening, it's just this part right here. Well, can I approach it?
So you're just making the driveway a little bit wider, is that
A little
right?
bit wider, so
Okay.
there's only 2 feet from here, from the current, driveway, and about, 2 feet in, straightening this area here.
Okay, got it.
And he's got the side landing and the stairs over there. Do you have any questions from the board?
No.
Any questions? Any questions from the audience in regard to this application? Is there anyone in the audience that has any objection to this application? Anyone in the audience have approval information? I don't see anyone. Would one of my board members like to frame a resolution, please?
Okay, application 25:61, Randolph Delara, 42 Dakota Avenue, block 533, lot 19, zone R4. Recommendation to approve C variance to legalize the front patio entrance, front walk and stairs, driveway expansions, and side landing and stairs contrary to section 430-275-X and section 430-35, column 13.
Second, ready?
Berkowitz.
Yes.
Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Mazzarella.
Yes.
Modie.
Yes.
Ready.
Yes.
Grignard.
Yes. Application's been approved, sir, and at that time, when you receive your notification, you can apply for your permits.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, gentlemen, ladies.
Motion to adjourn? Motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Third.
Fourth.
Fifth.
All in favor?
Aye.
What do you have?
We are-
Minutes? We have a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm a little
Okay.
tired today.
We have a few
Good night.
minutes. Good night.
Okay, good. No, I was.
We're on record.
Sorry to.
Graduated 63.
Now it's time.
Good evening and welcome to the meeting of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Board of Adjustment. It is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026, and it is 7:30 p.m. Announcement is made that adequate notice of this meeting has been given and that it's being conducted in accordance with NJSA 10:4- at sec of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call, Mr. Berkowitz,
I'm here.
Mr. Jaskowitz.
Here.
Mr. Mazzarella.
Present.
Mr. Modi.
Yes.
Mr. Reddy.
Still here.
Chairwoman Grignani.
Present.
We also have our board planner, Mr. Chadwick.
Present.
Our board engineer, Mr. Lamanowitz.
Here.
And our board attorney, Mr. Johnson.
Would you please stand and join my board in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on something other than what is on our agenda this evening? I see none. Nora, correspondence, please.
Correspondence received from Ms. Ferguson, Block 458, Lot 13, requesting application 2565 be carried from March 4th, 2026 to April 22nd, 2026 without further notice and with all required extensions through April 30th, 2026. We also have correspondence received from Joseph O'Neill requesting application 2567 flagship block 715 lot 12 be carried from March 4th, 2026 to May 20th, 2026 with notice and all required extensions.
Thank you.
All in favor? For each?
Second one, then you second one.
Okay, and let's see.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We have resolutions. The first two we will do together. Application 2564, Marie M's, and application 2572, Jason Kopak. Those who can vote are Jaskowitz, Mazzarella, Reddy, and Grignani.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then we have application 2563, 1719 Route 10, Block 200, Lot 1. Those who can vote are Berkowitz, Mazzarella, Reddy, and Grignani. Do you have a motion?
I move we accept it. Second.
Berkowitz,
Yes.
Mazzarella,
Yes.
Reddy, Grignani.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we can move on to the agenda.
Application 25:35. Vinikaya Ventures, pronounce that down, LLC, 755 South Bedwick Road, Block 764, Lot 28, Zone R3. A D variance for commercial use in a residential zone and outdoor storage of vehicles and materials. This application was carried from December the 10th, 2025.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, Joseph O'Neill of Garofalo and O'Neill, here on behalf of the applicants. This is a continuing hearing. We have come back with some more testimony regarding what's been going on in some of the garages in the, during the application period.
May 20th.
Prior to this, we did finally get the one tenant who was causing us problems evicted with the court's help from the premises, and the premises of the larger building is now completely broom clean. Nobody's in there, there's nothing going on in there. But there is a tenant in the smaller building. With your permission, I'd like to call that tenant to discuss what he's doing in that building.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. You can have a seat. Make sure you use the microphone, okay?
Introduce yourself again to the board.
Stan Sony,
How do you spell your last name?
M-A-S-O-N-E.
Mr. Mastoni, you were previously before this board a few months ago, getting approval for a truck at your home, isn't that true?
Yes,
And it is that very same truck which is stored in this smaller building on the premises.
yes.
Can you just remind the board what it is you do with your truck?
Oh, it's a commercial truck. I fix construction equipment. But really just park it there. It's something I like when I park it in my driveway, that use approved. I end up over there before I was approved. I needed a spot to park in case the guys didn't approve me. And they were nice enough to let me park in the garage. And I kind of like it in there. So really, I park my truck in there at night, doing it overnight, and go to work in the morning, come back at night.
It's a standard tool truck.
Yeah, this is a tool truck.
Like the water department uses. You keep some materials in there to reload the truck?
Yes, I do.
Mostly new parts?
Yeah, the parts that we need that we're gonna go to the next job for next day or so, sometimes it's a couple days in advance, we buy parts and have them there.
You also have some machine oil and hydraulic oil in sealed containers? Is that-
Yes. Yeah, all the oil and hydraulic oils in DOT approved containers.
Now, none of this is stored in any quantities that are going to trigger any regulatory problems, isn't that true?
No,
You don't even have to label the building through the truck.
no, it's not that much quantity in there.
So you're utilizing this basically, we've had some cold weather. It's nice to get out of the driveway into it.
Yeah, it's nice to have my truck inside so I don't have to shovel it out this year. That was a big bonus. Commercial trucks, we gotta make sure all the snow's off them, unless we do get stopped at DOT. So it's nice for that. And I think it's more secure in the garages, even in my driveway. That's my main concern.
Very high value material on that truck. Isn't it?
Yes, the truck and tools are worth quite a bit of money.
Sir, do you have any other trucks or equipment that is outside of the storage unit that you have, of the smaller storage unit that you're using?
No, I just have a trailer there, a little box trailer.
So you're
But
just here to
that's not for my business.
You're just here to testify that what you do in the smaller of the two spaces?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, as the board will remember, when we were testifying at the last hearing, we were discussing some of the workers who would be utilizing the spaces, what they would and would not be doing.
Yes.
There was really no anticipation. We had a problem with the tenant who was there before, who came in and ended up running a body shop basically out of there. So we had to evict him. He had to clean out the material that was in there. He had installed partially incorrectly a paint booth. It was a real Keystone Cops operation. We were able to get it out of there. He cleaned everything up. And what it's anticipated for is this gentleman workspaces like that for utilization by people who have trucks or need space to do something like that. We're not talking about a full-blown warehouse. It's not an Amazon warehouse. It's not, there's really no power being set up there in any significant way. There's no bathrooms. This is not a real workspace.
But I think we were questioning the fact that since you didn't know who was going to be in the second and bigger warehouse.
Right.
We had a lot of concern of what it could become.
Sure. But we have some things regulating the uses there. Like I said, the design of the building itself, I don't even want to think about what those guys were doing in there. But there's no bathrooms. I know they tried to run illegal power up for their body shop, so we took all that down. It's in a regulated wellhead protection area, so we're not going to get those uses. It's in a 1 and a 2, I believe, it's the wellhead protection area. So we can't put body shops there. It's not conducive for any of these uses. It's just for people who need maybe staging for their operations. And a lot of people work with trucks like this. This is not an unusual use.
Mr. O'Neill, what kind of guardrails could the board put on this to match or be similar to the witness's operation?
Well, I could certainly suggest things like not approving it for additional power, just the basic power that's going in there now, not allowing any bathrooms to be set up or any washrooms like that.
I'm trying to get to the uses.
Right.
What if the guy wants, is the warehouse big enough to put an oil truck in there?
Put what kind of truck?
A regular oil
Yeah.
truck comes to your house.
An oil truck?
Yeah.
I suppose. I don't know why you would.
Why would Dave run a body shop without anybody knowing
Now,
either?
that kind of a
Well, we
use-
know that was what was going
That
on.
kind of a use in the well.
That was inattention.
That kind of a use in the well and protection zone, I don't think is gonna get approved.
Absolutely not.
So we could obviously eliminate any kind of uses that involve transport of fuel.
That's right. Any uses involving transported fuel. Body shops are already illegal under local ordinances. I think there's only one validly approved body shop in town. No auto repair allowed. I think, that could certainly be a condition that would be imposed. It would be a reasonable condition.
But I think, if I remember correctly, I think my concern was the frequency of use. That could it be set up as a staging area, like I think someone just said?
Yeah.
Okay, for delivery, where that's a hub.
Oh, no. I
You
see what
could
you're
leave
saying.
stuff there, but this witness testified, but he's not testifying for the new, right?
Well, you can say no third-party deliveries being made out of there for warehouse space. Everything that's in that space is for his truck, and that's the
I'm not worried
anticipation
about
we're
him.
gonna use. I know.
Yeah.
So we're trying to duplicate that. We don't want it to be, I'm gonna send a pallet of widgets
Yeah.
that's gonna get broken down into 50, you're gonna deliver them through the town.
Right,
So that would be a third-party delivery service.
Okay,
I'd
so we
say
could-
we're not gonna allow that.
okay, so we can, that's a big one,
Restrictions, yeah.
a logistics type of, okay.
Yeah. I would think it's a good spot for like a plumber with a couple vehicles. They can store some of the pipe in there, hot water heaters for emergency jobs like that.
Well, I'm sure you
Something
could
like
come up
that
with,
or
I'm sure you
electrician.
could come up with a lot of good uses. We're not worried about those. We're worried about the overabundance of uses, or the creation of traffic and disturbance in a residential area and putting a business there.
Well, I guess I would be concerned about if the board was trying to impose restrictions.
Yeah.
Upon, with the delivery of materials by pallet to be broken down and utilized separately. Well, the problem is, that's the example we just gave, if you've got two plumbers operating out of there, and they deliver their pipes on a pallet, they put them on their trucks, they drive away for their jobs, that would be the problem. That's why I like the no third-party deliveries. You only have materials there for the people who are working there, utilizing them on their vehicles, not to be sold.
I think it's important that all the materials are indoors.
Yes, everything, all activities
Should
must
be
be
indoors.
conducted indoors, all activities.
And I want to go back to, you said that trailer outside is your personal trailer?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the business.
I'm sorry?
The trailer has nothing to do with the business. I just parked it there because it was at my house too, so I figured, that
So
part.
it's a vacation trailer?
No, it's a box trailer.
It's a box trailer.
It's just a regular box trailer. Like one of those, like a landscape.
I think extra vehicles, nothing should be outside,
Right, we agree with that, we'll accept that.
which he's kind of the.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be stored
His
permanently,
landlord's allowing him to do it.
but he can move that inside.
So we were talking about uses, can it possible for us just to put in the variance that it's only able to be used for parking vehicles inside? That would take businesses out of it, it would just be a garage. Well, I'm just saying, if we're gonna try to figure out to keep other things that shouldn't be in there out of it, if we just put in that it's only allowed for parking of vehicle.
I'm concerned about the size of trucks that possibly will be coming in and out of that location. Whatever they're going to be doing, what's the size? Can we put a size prohibitive?
Yeah, I could call back Mr. Maraza, we could talk about the limitation on size of
Bringing
vehicles.
pipe that comes in the trucks.
What are you concerned about?
Limited to trucks with no more than 2 axles?
Right.
Yeah, that's what we're just saying.
Yeah, is that what you were just
Well,
saying?
I think it'd be easier to go with what's the gross weight of the truck that you have?
Sure.
26.
26,000 pounds. So it's a 13-ton truck. So that's a pretty substantial vehicle. Now, with respect to what you do, are you going to have a situation where you're going to go and a plan for a coolant change in the truck and wind up with, I mean, I'm assuming these large trucks take a considerable amount of coolant, which is a hazardous material. And under the wellhead protection, that's not allowed unless you have some kind of protection.
Yeah, none of that stuff comes back. Like, if I go to a site to work on somebody's machine, we got to drain the antifreeze or something, that goes into a container, and like all my stuff, all my waste oil goes to a place that burns waste oil in the heaters. Like, I got to count for all my fluids through the state.
Right, but if you're,
I really bring nothing back because I'm not allowed to have an open container in my truck. The DOT stops me. They gotta be sealed.
okay,
The DOT, they're very strict on,
but that container may spend, if you do it on a Friday afternoon, that container may spend the weekend in the garage.
no, I got a place I can drop them off at.
So there'll be no fluid stored overnight.
Nothing open, no.
We obviously have the problem here, one guy's doing it exactly right, and the other person they evicted did it all wrong,
Oh, yeah.
and so,
Yeah,
So you
he's
don't
standing,
store-
he's standing there saying, I'm not painting anything, and he's covered with spray paint.
So you don't store any waste fluids at that site,
No.
correct? And you don't store any fluids you use in your business at that site? Is that correct?
He does
Yeah,
in
have
closed
oil.
containers.
Oil in containers, 5-gallon pails. But
So
they're,
I think that's gonna be the issue. I know that there are secondary, it looks like a pallet, but it's basically a flat tank, and you put the stuff on this pallet, and it's essentially a secondary containment device. I don't think they're that expensive. So if you go and get your 3 or 4 5-gallon pails, you put them on that pallet, you come back on Monday and find half a pail's leaked out, and you're up, where'd it go? It's all in that secondary container. So I think if we require something like that, they're not that expensive from what I know. Just to protect in case something leaks, that it's protecting. Are there any floor drains in these buildings?
not one.
Okay.
Whoever built the building back then did it right. I mean, if you look at them, their cement block is 4 feet high. Well, on 3 sides, besides the door. So there's nothing coming out of those buildings. If anything's coming out, it's coming out the front, and water don't move out of there, because I know when my truck comes in when it's raining, it sits on the floor, and it don't roll, it don't move. So they're pretty well leveled out, where you'd have to have a pretty big spill, I would think, for something to come out of those buildings.
We can do a quantity limitation on the amount of fluid stored in that way. I think that would be appropriate. It's really, we're not talking about a great amount of fluid.
Right,
he's
and
holding back.
again, with these, the pallet style secondary, it's just a matter of that whatever's in there, you could put a gallon limit on it, and anything that is stored has to have some kind of secondary containment.
But what about getting back to the size of the truck? You brought
Well,
up the
that's
case
the
of a
next thing,
plumber.
right now
Plumber's
you're-
getting some big ductile iron pipe or something.
Well, that's not gonna be in a tool truck.
No, but is it gonna be, it's full of a plumber? Or whatever, copper pipe. Those could come into big trucks, or even the PVC pipe.
Well, he's not accepting, we're not proposing accepting large deliveries of material into the site. So pipe that would come in on a flatbed truck.
Yes, correct.
I happen to represent a pipe supply place in Denville.
Not
Comes
surprising.
in on a big, long truck.
Yes.
Not happening here. There's no room.
Why not?
Because there's no room for it.
Okay.
To be perfectly blunt about it, you'd have to bring the truck in awkwardly. You couldn't get the material offloaded.
Okay.
And you'd have a hard time getting the truck off the property.
so why are we discussing? We just said.
We're
part of
just
the
saying we're-
Guardrail, we won't have any, large,
Correct.
Right,
material
2-axle
deliveries.
trucks and nothing bigger than the.
That
tool
makes
truck.
sense.
Is it
Yeah, we,
2-axle trucks or a weight
Truck,
limit on a
2-axle?
truck?
weight limit,
One axle in the back. It's two axles.
Two-axle truck.
Yeah.
So, but is it easier to define it as a two-axle truck,
Yeah, probably.
Mr. Levanowitz, or a weight?
Can we do it both ways?
Are
Right.
two-axle trucks always
I
13
like that.
tons?
I mean, just going back, because we now have experience, most of the larger plow trucks that the town uses, those are, in that range of weight. You're talking about, it's not a pickup truck with a tool body on it.
Right.
It's a full-size, truck. Two-axle, I think that would definitely limit you. Not as specifically as the gross weight, but a lot easier to see from a distance. So that might be a little easier to enforce. But you can still wind up with, U-Haul trucks are two-axle, and you can get a 20-foot box on those things. So you can still get a pretty good-sized truck there. Your big UPS trucks they're two-axle.
Right.
You're looking at, and that's a delivery. That's what you're going to get
Delivery, yeah.
with something like this.
Right, nothing larger than that.
Right, so we've got, fuel has to go into a containment.
To a secondary containment device. Is there
The truck size is limited to two axles. Is there any reason, Tom, we shouldn't put 13,000 pounds on it?
Well, he says it's 13 tons, which is
13
26,000.
tons, I'm sorry.
Well, if you
Or is that too big?
do the weight and the axle, if you do the number of axles and the weight, eventually you're gonna get something that meets one and not the other.
Okay,
So I think for just to make it easy, just pick one.
two axles.
Yeah.
What about hours of operation?
Yes, definitely. That's something that Mr. Chadwick has in his letter.
John, opinion?
If you're talking about basically tradesmen,
Yeah, they're out by
clients,
7
I would, no, you're gonna be 6
a.m.,
6 in the morning to
6 at night?
6 at night.
Okay.
And that would be 5.5 days.
Saturday's a half a day. Is that reasonable?
6 in the morning to 6 at night, did I hear?
Yep.
Yes, that's fine.
And half day Saturday?
That's fine.
Okay.
any outdoor
I agree with that.
lighting? Is there any outdoor lighting?
There's no outdoor lighting,
There's no proposed changes to this property at all.
no exterior changes at all. Nothing, not even a blade of grass.
And the utilities then will remain as is.
The utilities have been scaled back to the original utilities. There was some
Shenanigans.
shenanigans, thank you very much, Mr. Chasky,
Very
that
eloquent.
have been removed.
And can we put that in there too?
No shenanigans?
No, adjustment to the,
No shenanigans. We'll
okay,
take it.
thank you.
We're gonna have shirts printed up.
Yeah.
And the signage, as per Mr. Chadwick, the signage will only be the sign of the address outside of the property. Is
Yes,
that
that's correct, that's correct.
And just
There will
for
be
the,
no access to the public, from the public to these spaces. These are all,
No retailers.
no retail at all.
Okay.
I think that satisfies my concerns.
All right, I think I got it.
you
Want me to run through them?
Yes, please.
But, obviously, we're still
I understand.
got testimony. So this is what I got so far.
Lighting?
No bathrooms,
Right,
no increase in utilities, including power,
right,
no transport or storage of fuel or other hazardous substances, except fluids on a secondary containment device, no outdoor storage,
right,
hours of operation 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 5.5 days, no outdoor lighting, no signage, no access to the public, and no trucks on the site that are in excess of 2 axles. Have I got everything?
I would have signage, no signage other than, property identification.
Existing,
Yes.
existing.
and we might want to put in there for the spill containment that it be, DEP approved or something to that effect. And just for the board's interest, I'm looking at one right now. It has a capacity of 49 gallons, and it's $280.
There is
So-
another, there is another item from Mr. Chadwick that the residence will be utilized strictly as a home. It's not going to be used for anything other than a resident.
I believe that's correct. Yes, that is correct.
So it's only used as a single-family home.
That's all.
Laminate, what is your,
And a deed restriction
Yeah.
limiting occupancy to a household unit. That's a suggestion from Mr. Chadwick. I think that's all that-
You good with that?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, right there.
Do you want anyone to, besides this witness to testify?
I just want to make sure we have no questions for this witness.
Okay.
Are there any questions from the board
No.
of this gentleman? I see none. I think,
Questions from the audience?
any questions from the audience on this information that we've just received from this gentleman? I see none.
Anybody else?
I have Mr. Pissolano, my planner, but I think he will agree with me when I say that the board will be well within its authority to grant these variances that are requested because of the nature, the very unique nature and the history of this site. And there really are no negatives. But there are positives that this needs to happen for these types of people to get their jobs done. So, thank you.
Do we have any other questions from the board?
I just have a couple regarding Mr. Lemano. It's his June 30th report, because I just want to know if these variances he called out are still necessary. So, I don't know.
Well, the first one, the fence is in the front yard, that's an existing condition.
Yep.
And also that fence, I thought I had a picture of that fence, yeah, that comes later. No more than one principal use where there's 3 uses.
Okay, we still need that one.
No accessory building greater than 15 feet.
Still need that.
No driveway that is accessory to a business or industrial use shall be established in any residential zone. So basically, you have a business driveway going through a residential property.
Okay, so that's still necessary, that variance, right?
The existing automotive repair business and mobile vehicle repair businesses are not permitted.
Or the automotive repair business is leaving, right? It's gone, right?
That's
Right,
gone,
so
but
it's just the well, this says, well, the mobile vehicle repair business would be the truck that we're talking about in the small garage.
It's equipment, and we would like that to remain.
Yeah, and that's gonna be basically storing that. He's obviously, if it's a mobile business, he's not doing.
business at
doing-
the site.
Yeah,
Correct.
so that's,
And I've actually been asked, not to interrupt you, Tom, but I've been asked to ask the board if it would be all right to leave a permitted use on the site to be the storage of a non-motorized trailer, like the box trailer he has in place there on the site, as long as it's on the pavement, not on the grass.
Inside or outside?
That would be outside.
Is that the truck that he has presently?
That's
or
that
the-
trailer.
That's the trailer he has at the
Yeah.
present
He had
time?
a Winnebago, that's been gone. I know some people saw that Winnebago on the site, that was gone. We're talking about just the trailer.
So the trailer can't go inside? There's nowhere to put it inside?
It's too small, it's probably too small for the property.
We don't, we've got to remember, it's still a residential area, and I don't think we want to make an eyesore of having it there
I agree.
all the time.
Yes, I think that,
I think we want to be good neighbors, too.
Very
absolutely.
good, then.
I thought you agreed to take it off before.
I did, but he asked me to go back.
You asked.
Okay, you asked.
off-street parking are to be separated from walkways, with curbing, where no curbing exists.
Still need that.
Interior two-way driveways without parking shall be 22 feet wide, where the driveway widths are not labeled but scaled to be approximately 15 feet.
So you still need that.
Off-street parking spaces are required for commercial uses where there's no, now again, that goes to whatever winds up in the big building if it needs parking. Because obviously the little building, the parking is gonna be inside.
Well, if you have
Everything's
a,
gonna be inside.
if you,
We're not proposing any parking outside.
well, if you have a tenant that is gonna occupy the big building and they need parking and there's not enough parking, you'll have to come back here for a variance, right?
That's right. We don't anticipate having a tenant like that since we control who's gonna be the tenant.
Right.
then the wellhead protection thing. I think, we're okay with that, with the secondary containment. I mean, I think it's borderline, but I think I think it's safe enough that if they have the secondary containment, and, you know, that can be checked easily if the zoning officer so chooses, so that, I don't think that's an issue.
Okay. So that covers all the variances?
That's all the variances. We talked about hours.
Except for the use, right?
Yep, you have the hours.
What about trash?
No trash being generated on site.
Okay.
It's all getting hauled off.
We talked about floor drains. The last thing that really comes into play here is on the last page of my report, the fence along the front of the property is chain link, and it's got those plastic slats in it, and well, back when I did my report in June, it was in pretty rough shape.
Yeah, we will replace those.
Yeah.
We'll bring that up to site.
Okay, so fence and gate to be replaced?
The gate
Just
looks like
slats.
it's
I
in
think the
decent
gates
shape.
are-
Put those plastic slats, if you weave them in, those are just the woven in plastic pieces that go.
The front is, yes, the front.
Yeah, they've
There's a
reached, I
section
think, the
that's
end of
Is
the
there a
life.
purpose to that fence, or is it just there?
Well, it's just there. I think everyone would prefer the site remain controlled when it's unattended during the day, especially given if there's some storage of these materials. I know the existing tenant would appreciate that very much. His insurance company even more so. So we would ask that
I'd
the
like-
fence remain.
Yes, I'd like that.
So you
fence.
repair the fence?
Repair
Yes,
the fence,
absolutely.
yes.
That's all I had.
So then just the use variance remains?
Yes.
Mr. Mazzarino?
No.
Mr. O'Neill?
I have no further witnesses.
Is there any other questions from the board?
No.
Is there any questions from the audience on the testimony? Please come up. May we have your name and your address, please?
Yes, Jackie Fuglas, 9 Howell Court, Parsippany, New Jersey.
9,
How do you spell your last name?
9 Howell,
Howell, okay.
Howell, and it's P as in Peter, UGLIS as in Sam. Just have 2 questions. One, I like the things you're talking about. I think the wetlands are important, the property's important, it's in a residential zone, so I think the rules are necessary. Who will make sure they're followed? We have good tenants of this property right now, the people that own it, because they live next door to it, so they have a good vested interest in making sure they're being followed. But if this property were to change hands, then who makes sure they're followed, and this doesn't turn into a business or something
You have a
else?
series of inspectors or people who are charged to make sure people adhere to what the rules are, whether they got a variance in the past with conditions, or whether they didn't have to get a variance, it's just a property maintenance issue. And that's an ongoing system in the township.
Okay.
But
So,
you're a neighbor, right?
and
I'm a neighbor, yeah.
See something, say something.
Yep.
Oh, I will, I'm no question, but I just,
Absolutely.
I don't know, you may not believe this, but I don't do a lot of zoning.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
that.
just wondering how it,
A
Yeah, if
zoning
you-
officer might or might not get around there,
okay,
but if you see big trucks coming in with big stuff, or they're coming in and out and loading and unloading, call the zoning officer.
all right. And then if this property is sold, the zoning that you'll make tonight, does it follow the property?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then this would be kind of a hybrid for the neighborhood.
Every case is on its own merit.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Good questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other
We're good.
questions from the audience? Approval for this application? Anyone opposing this application? I see. Would one of the members, please, make a recommendation to approve this application?
Yeah, so I think you did good work, you compromised, and I think we got to a point that is reasonable, and even neighbors of yours seem to not object, so I will be voting for it and recommend doing so.
Application 25:35, Vinayaka Ventures LLC, 755 South Berwick Road, Block 764, Lot 28, Zone R-3 to grant a D-variance for commercial use in a residential zone and outdoor storage of vehicles and materials. No outdoors.
No.
And whatever has been discussed and put in force
All the
by Mr.
conditions that
Johnson,
were
all the
previously outlined.
conditions, yes, required, and we put it forth.
Second.
Berkowitz,
I abstain.
Jaskowitz,
Yes.
Mazzarella,
Yes.
Modi,
Yes.
Ready,
Yes.
Grignani.
Yes.
Thank you.
Application is approved. And when you receive your notice,
Have a great night.
do we have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion.
You wanna- Hold on, Mr. Berkowitz would like to change his,
1 second.
I believe he would like to amend his vote. Is that correct, Mr. Berkowitz?
I vote yes.
Mr. Berkowitz votes yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Berkowitz. Motion to adjourn?
Yes. Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good night. Thank you.
Wait.
Let him go for
I
it.
hadn't done it.
No. Yes. No.
We
Not
don't
here.
have everybody here. Betty Lou's not here.
Or new member, a lot of people
And
are
we have
here.
a new member that's coming also.
So we didn't.
Everybody's saying
You
we
knew.
don't know about it. Yes, we didn't know about it.
Thank
Do you know who left that spoon over there last night?
Yeah.
Who was it?
To the mayor about it. I've already spoken to him. Oh, I did.
Our young sage councilwoman?
I said, but my secretary is not gonna pick up spoons that are left on the dais.
Forks either, for that
He
matter.
says I will take care of that. Right away.
Oh.
No, yeah, I didn't get it. That's okay.
What is it, Joe?
Yeah. Do you have, do you know what my email address is?
Definitely not.
Really?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
you sent it tonight.
We don't have,
No, we needed one more.
There's a lot of fighting in my age.
Yep.
I still do it.
No. He actually, one council person told me he was appointed, but, then I heard otherwise, that wasn't so. So he's adamant. He doesn't even live in Parsippany.
Take care, John, be careful.
He doesn't live in Parsippany?
Okay, so we
No.
have next meeting, good to see you.
The one alternate that had been appointed.
We weren't notified about it.
No.
Yeah. But we'll see you at our next meeting, thank you, Chris.
Okay.
Everybody's good at the house.
Doing great.